Fresno FC makes their first ever appearance at One Oak Field in downtown Tulsa here this evening as the Roughnecks. You see the records 1-9-9 for Tulsa, 7-7-8 for Fresno FC as we get set for this clash. Tonight is clash number 2 between these two sides. The first one in a 2-2 draw out in Fresno earlier this season. There you see the backdrop of One Oak Field. I'm Jeremy Poplin, joined by Dave Saunders, where tonight the Roughnecks back at home for the first time in what feels like forever, Dave. And we get 3 home matches in a row with the Tulsa Roughnecks FC, trying to continue on that strong push since Michael Inesian has taken over. And I thought Michael Inesian has done a great job so far in being able to balance taking over a side that he was familiar with, has really brought some balance back into the starting formation, and I think that we've seen that so far. So bravo to Michael Inesian in doing a great job so far, coming into a tough situation and taking over as head coach here, and the Roughnecks are just trying to improve on that foundation that they had from the first few games. Yeah,
he's proved himself, hasn't he, in these first few games. He got his win early on, didn't he, with his first game in charge, 2-0, and it's gone from strength to strength. Okay, a little mishap, I think, in Colorado, wasn't there? But he certainly injected that enthusiasm, and like you say, he took on, you know, someone else's squad, really, but he's done extremely well, and looking forward to this one tonight.
Let's look at the starting formations tonight. We'll start first with Fresno, coming in red hot so far in the month of July, looking to remain unbeaten. And you see up top, there he is, number 10, Juan Pablo Caffa, welcoming him back into Tulsa. What a player that he was all league last year and has had a fantastic month of July so far, Dave.
He's one of the best, isn't he? We loved him at Tulsa. You know, he's fitted in very well at Fresno. He plays in that number 10 position. Woe be it on the defense if they give any free kicks in and around the box, because he will be on that free kick. Great player and a great guy off the field as well.
Fantastic guy. We're going to see some video coming up from Caffa from some of his brilliant set pieces from last year. Dave, we were fortunate enough to be witness to all of these at home. And this was maybe one of the more brilliant ones that we saw from the entire year last year. Just absolutely freezes the keeper. You'll see this angle here from the side netting. Keeper just turns and looks with a look of disgust on his face. Here's another one against Vancouver. And Caffa was quite the not only set-piece taker for the Roughnecks last year, but also a very passionate leader for Tulsa. He has been missed here, and it's great to see a guy that is like Juan Pablo Caffa, who is as nice off the pitch as he is on the pitch, have success in his new home, and that's all he's had at Fresno. And we knew the minute that they would sign for an expansion side to be able to sign a player like Juan Pablo Caffa. It's been all beautiful for him in Fresno so far.
It really has. And, you know, whenever you see that man's name on the team sheet, whoever you support, it brings people in through the turnstiles, because he's just one of those great players, great guy off the field, we said, but the skill that he possesses on the field, absolutely amazing.
We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll be set for the kickoff coming up here from One Oak Field in downtown Tulsa with the Tulsa Roughnecks taking on Fresno FC. That's coming up next.
Family pass downs are pretty dang good. It's a good feeling when they start getting responsible for things, and the vehicle's a big part of that.
I want to keep, you know, stacking up the memories and the miles and the years and all the stories you can tell with Athena.
When it's time for your old Chevy truck to become their new Chevy truck, there's Truck Month. Get 18% of MSRP cash back on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT pickups when you finance with GM Financial. That's $9,000 on this Silverado. Plus, during Truck Month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
What defines you? Your pain, your illness, your injury. At Hillcrest, we see it a little differently. Your hope defines you. Your strength, your willingness to fight no matter what the odds. Because we believe every life is worth fighting for.
PSO Power Hours customers talk about their new thermostat.
The fact that you get a free thermostat, it's quite a perk.
Makes your house a smart home because of the Wi-Fi thermostat.
Can get the app on my phone and I can adjust the thermostat as I need it. just pull out the phone, you can turn it to what you want it to, and whenever you walk in, the house is nice and cozy.
Right,
and,
exactly.
I mean, I love that feature.
See your program options and sign up today at psoklahoma.com/power hours.
Defines you. Your willingness to fight no matter what the odds. At Hillcrest, we believe every life is worth.
Welcome back to One Oak Field here in downtown Tulsa as we get set for kickoff tonight with Fresno FC, the visiting side, coming in tonight to take on the home side, the Tulsa Roughnecks. Let's take a look at the starting 11 for the home side, your Tulsa Roughnecks, and we have a new addition to the squad that was just added earlier this week. Instead of Francisco Ugarte that's there, that's going to be Uzi Tayu, who, Dave, we are familiar with from playing with Wichita FC. We saw them actually at the University of Tulsa during the Open Cup match. Now his brother Frank is actually on the bench tonight for Fresno FC. It will be the first time since those two have been opponents against each other in playing in professional soccer. Uzi's a big physical defender who we were both extremely impressed with at his time at FC Wichita.
Yeah, absolutely. On that night, he looked the best defender. Good luck to him tonight in the Roughneck shirts. And, you know, as for his brother, he's on the bench for Fresno. But he's a big, strong, old-fashioned number 9, and he scored a couple of goals on that night, and he looked good as well. So good luck to both of those guys tonight.
Also, tonight, we will get to see the return of Brandon Cervania as well, who's down on loan from FC Dallas. Also, too, Paris G. Isaac Diaz, who is also in the starting lineup for the first time, wearing number 25 tonight. He is up top with Michael Gamble. Now, Mr. Diaz has a long, extensive career that he has played there in Mexico, and also for a brief period of time was there with Las Vegas earlier in the season. So he did make his debut in Colorado when he came on as a substitute, so he is in the starting 11 for the first time here coming up tonight. Well, it's a very important match for the Roughnecks in the first one of 3 in a row here at One Oak Field. And Fresno FC looking to remain unbeaten in the month of July are the Foxes. Our third member of the broadcast crew tonight is Brady Ballou, who is down on the sidelines. Brady, it's been a while since we've been back at One Oak Field, and I can imagine that when you went on those long road trips yourself with the Roughnecks, it's always nice to come back home and be able to play at home in front of the fans.
Let's just say the boys don't exactly look forward to those 10-hour bus rides, but yeah, sure good to be home. 83 degrees down on the pitch. The grass is perfect. We got 2 teams needing a result. It's lining up to be a good one, fellas.
That's Brady Ballou, who we will check in with frequently throughout the game here this evening. As he mentioned, it's been a beautiful day here. A bit of scattered showers at times throughout the afternoon, but trust me, as someone that has lived here in this state for as long as I have, to have temperatures in the 80s as we get set for kickoff here in the month of July heading into August, we are all extremely fortunate, and we are officially underway with Fresno and Tulsa, and a little bit of a direct play here from Fresno to start off this match, and maybe an opportunity here for the opening moments. And look who it is right off the bat. It's Juan Pablo Caffa who sends that one over the top of the bar, but it was all set up from the long ball that Cheney was able to collect and find Caffa on the run directly down the center of the pitch. And just like that, the visitors, Dave, proving here with the long ball that they can at least get an early opportunity. Yeah,
but long ball up to Cheney. He knocks it down for Juan Pablo Caffa. Caffa just came to him quite quickly, and he just loops it over the bar. But certainly Muniz and Tayu at the heart of the Roughnecks defense will have the work cut out tonight.
Fresno looking to go unbeaten in 4 straight matches, 2-0-1 so far. One of those including not only the scoreless draw with Oklahoma City on Wednesday, one of those Wednesday-Saturday back-to-back games for visitors coming in here at One Oak, but an extremely impressive 4-0 win against Phoenix earlier. contact, push in the back, and a long ball sent through. Running onto it, they have it. Surrounded by 2 defenders. Taiyu there to help close down. Step over move. Looking there, leaves it for Kaffa. Sprays it out wide. Attempt with the left foot that will sail just to the right of Fabian Serta, but an attempt there from Danny Barrera. And Kaffa again showing straight down the center of the pitch, but it was the through ball one more time for Cheney, which got this thing going, Dave.
Yeah, they look very, very good on the break, Fresno, don't they? They broke up the Roughnecks attack deep in their own half, and they were quick as a flash up there, and Barrera just curling that left-footed shot wide. No save for Fabian Serta, but yeah, they're a good side judged on the first 2 minutes of the game.
Roughnecks looking to settle in here, specifically across the back line. Cervania finds Paris G. Or excuse me, that was Rivas. Rangers skies this one towards the halfway line. Looks like one of the Fresno players got caught in the face area. He's holding his mouth there. We'll get a look at the number here in just 1 second. That's Argueta.
Yeah, just caught there by Isaac Diaz. Absolutely no malicious challenge intended at all. He was just caught by a flailing arm, and all is well. He's got a little bang in the face, but he's okay. The referee, Stellara there, just talking to Diaz and just calming things down.
Yeah, that's Jose Lara. Our assistant referees tonight, Michael Kapp, Brian Lamus, and Edwin Zunin, the 4th official here this evening.
Roughnecks lining up almost in a 4-1-4-1 with Michael Gamble, the lone striker. Diaz will get up with him, with Mirkovic, the kind of sitting midfield player.
As we mentioned, Diaz just joining on July 21st. Little bump from behind there from Mirkovic, who just got enough on the run through. Serta now. As Taiyu. Mirkovic, long ball, looking to the outside. Vukovic in the vicinity. Can Cervania get there? He does. Plays through for Paris G. Took a bump there in the box, but it was a bit heavy. They're on the ball through. Right idea, and the first true signs of the Roughnecks getting forward with good vision down the field.
Yeah, good vision, as you say, down the field. Mirkovic was involved in the long ball that was played to the left, but in the end it was just overhit, nothing to be fed into the box.
There's the select ball, official soccer ball of the USL. Latest select products and special offers. Visit selectsportamerica.com. Receive free shipping on orders over $50. Josh Morton. All the way back here. Here's a look at Fresno. Their coach Adam Smith currently sitting in that 8th spot out west. 29 points for them. Here's Taiyu. Battling, spins away there back off of the byline, and this will be a throw-in now for Fresno.
Yeah, Taiyu was showing what he can do there in the box there, held off the strong challenge and was able to turn the ball. In the end, okay, it was played out, but the danger averted.
Some of the fans thought that might have been a handball, got a piece of it when they tried to settle it with the chest.
No, I thought it was definitely chest from our good viewpoint here. That's a good ball.
Good ball in, cut back towards the byline. Several players are there. Referee sees this and says it will be a goal kick coming up. Good opportunity there. Zachary Ellis Hayden was the man that was trying to place that one back towards the byline, Dave.
Yeah, right back. Came right up from right back and played that wonderful ball back behind the defense, but in the end, correct decision, goes the Roughnecks' way.
Serta. Lovely ball played by the chest from Josh Morton. Receives it back, one touch now, looking centrally. Leaves it off here, here's Diaz. Out wide. It was a good square effort. Bounces back to the outside, Roughnecks now. Maybe a bit too much dribbling there. Cleared out of the box, and now a foul. This will be in favor of Fresno.
Yeah, it was a good ball in originally from Michael Gamble, and then the second time he got his the ball back, he just did a little bit too much and rather lost the ball under his own feet. And in the end, it was a foul and a chance for Fresno to settle things down.
Check in with Brady Ballou here in 1 second, get his feel for the first several minutes of this contest. Boy, that's great footwork there from Johnson. He was in between three Roughnecks defenders and almost came away with that. Tried to sell the foul there at the very end, and now the Roughnecks in a bit of danger. And a foul almost in front of the Roughnecks bench as Diaz hits the turf. We'll see here, watch this with Johnson. Between the legs there of Tayu. Pulls back. And there's finally one too many defenders were able to close in on him. Brady, some of your initial thoughts here in the opening moments?
Well, gentlemen, we're seeing that both the Roughnecks outside backs, Josh Morton and Vukovic, getting high up the field, which is going to make it difficult for Zachary Ellis-Hayden at that right back position for Fresno. He's going to have to pick and choose his times to go if Vukovic is going to stay so high on that left side. For Fresno, we've seen it already. Juan Pablo Caffa is going to pick out passes you didn't know were there. That's kind of his MO. So it's quite the welcome to Tayu to the team to face a guy like Caffa.
There's Rainish. Native of Valencia, California, that has that one on the long ball from Fabian Serta. See, there are 32 goals for Fresno so far. High-powered offense, fueled by not only Caffa, but Johnson as well. Tied for 5th in the league. Unlucky. Actually, they're going to say this is in favor. Thought that might have been last touch there by Morton.
I mentioned early on in the broadcast about the Roughnecks formation, 4-1-4-1. You see Mirkovic there. He sits very, very deep, Pop, and you notice that the two centre-backs will go wide when Serta's got the ball, and it means that Mirkovic can come right back into that central defensive line there and get the ball and start things going. Free kick, though, for Fresno, and it's a little bit wider than the one we had for Juan Pablo Caffa that we showed in the introduction to the show, isn't it? But you never know with this man.
Look at Serta there on the post, shouting out directions.
Of course, Serta will know, must have seen a few of these in training, mustn't he, last year?
Caffa has his hand in the air, raised. Referee still providing instructions to the wall, has it. Keeping an eye on the pushing and shoving. Laura says play. Caffa with the ball. And a header that's sent over the top of the bar. That was Mickey Daly, who came up to get a piece of that, the former member of the Oklahoma City Energy.
Yeah, Daly up from the back. Just got a little bit underneath it, didn't he? But again, Caffa showing that he can put the ball anywhere he likes inside the box.
Cervania battling to come back and help win a bit of possession here for Tulsa. Down the line for Diaz. Sent out of play, and a throw-in now for Tulsa. Vukovic.
Vukovic has really made that left-back spot his own, hasn't he, Pop? You know, early on the season was having to make do with a place on the bench, but he's really made that spot his own. Gets forward, as Brady's already alluded to, and a good defender as well. And experienced, doesn't he? Brings experience to the young side.
Yeah, the last several home matches, Vukovic, in my opinion, had probably played the best that we've seen out of him so far this season. And you're right, has made that spot his own. It's Claudio Munoz with just a bit of a touch. Fresno FC throw in. About 10 feet forward from where it actually went out of play. Rivas. Vukovic. Long ball over the top for Paris G. He will get there in time, and he will have several options. Right-footed ball squarely. That's there and missed by Diaz.
Great ball in from Paris G there, and Diaz, as you say, just missed his kick on that shot. Could have been a great debut, home debut for him, but just missed it. But that was the first time the Roughnecks have really penetrated down that left-hand side.
See the replay here, and just right there, right inside the 18. It's all started, though, from the great ball from the man that we were just talking about with Vukovic, who spotted Paris G. Brilliantly over the top, just enough touch on it to drop in where Paris could get to it at enough time. Munoz. This was a foul here.
Yeah, again, we'll see the replay. It's one of those that does hurt, doesn't it? Right, whacked him on the shin, I think. But to be fair, I didn't think there was a lot of malicious intent. I think that's probably going for the ball there, although, you know, it's one of those where he does catch the leg. Referee deciding it's not worth a yellow card in that instance.
Yeah, Mirkovic was over immediately to try to plead the case for a yellow being shown. Gamble is up. He's still going to hobble it off, and now we do have a yellow that has been officially been shown. So Ellis Hayden goes into the books now here in the 14th minute, still scoreless between the Roughnecks and Fresno FC.
Well, I mean, having looked at it on the replay, you know, probably was just about worthy of a yellow card. Maybe the referee on another day might have just given him one last, you know, chance. But I think it's good refereeing. Took his time, and in the end, he shows the yellow card. It's a long way out for a shot on goal. Perhaps a chip into the box here.
Left-footed ball from Vukovic, curling there, header, and a save. Came off the top of the post, or a crossbar, after he got a piece of it, and that was Morton who came flying through.
Wonderful free kick from Vukovic here. You'll see this delivery here. Sweet left-footed ball into the box, and it's Josh Morton there. One effort there. Good save from the keeper, although he does push it back out. Morton follows up and just can't get his head around that one to make a good header on goal.
The perfect amount of bend and curl on the ball that was played in. Morton with the run and almost able to finish it off on the follow-through as well.
I guess the only thing, if you're being hypercritical of the goalkeeper, was maybe on another day he would have liked to have tipped that one over the bar rather than palm it back into play.
Look at it one more time. This is from the angle behind the free kick.
Yeah, I'm just wondering on that second one whether if he'd left that for Tayu, Tayu might have had a better angle at coming to get a firmer header on goal. But well played, Josh Morton, following up his first header.
Here's Kaffa. Left-footed ball curling. Rivas now with Gamble. Rivas continues on his run to the outside. Gamble spins away. Dead sprint through the center of the pitch. Has help to the outside. It's Paris G. Paris's first touch. Boy, it was a hot ball. It was going to be difficult for him to handle. Couldn't come away with it. And Fresno now trying to counter quickly to the other end. Long ball here from Kaffa. Splits the two defenders. An opportunity, and this one's off the crossbar. Well, that's Christian Cheney, who has made his presence known several times here in the first 16 minutes of play, Dave Saunders.
Well, what an assist from Kaffa, though. I mean, I hope we got this one. Here it is. Look at this for a ball. We've seen this here One Oak before, but look at that, and you can't ask for better, service in your striker. And Cheney did well, hit it with his left foot, and unfortunately for him, hits the top of the bar.
Enough touch to just slightly dip in over the top of Tayu, and Morton also on the other side following that play. Here's Gamble. Miss hit there from Joaquin Rivas. Quickly battling back on the other end. Roughnecks have it now. Cervania. Rivas. Mirkovic.
The referee's given that against Mirkovic for diving, I think. He's certainly not giving it the Roughnecks way. Just a quick word on Michael Gamble. I think he's had a fantastic 17 minutes, and it's the best start I've seen him play just in this 17 minutes, and he's had a new lease of life under Coach Ensian.
Foul there on Paris G.
But just going back to the assist again from Juan Pablo Caffer, I mean, Brady mentioned it earlier on. Brady's words were he'll pick out passes that aren't really there or nobody else knows about. And a la sort of Dennis Bergkamp of a few years ago with Arsenal, Thierry Henry used to say, he would produce a ball that you just didn't think was going to come through to you. A wonderful player, wonderful vision, and that really was some assist. And Cheney just unlucky to hit the woodwork there.
Barrera. Just inside the touchline.
Now the referee's just going to do the sorting out. We saw it in the World Cup, didn't we? The bear hugs on Harry Kane, etc. So the referee trying to set his stall out early here.
Serta off of his line, has that one in the air. Wants to go quickly on the restart. Cheney, though, pacing alongside of him. Here's Diaz. Unlucky there's Diaz.
It's a good game, Pop, isn't it? No goals, but not without incident, and two sides desperate to win this game and really going for it at each other. Great game.
2 crossbars so far. End to end. Energy between these two teams, and you question at times when a team comes in off of a Wednesday game, and we see that quite a bit here in the state of Oklahoma with the energy just right up the turnpike. I should say down the turnpike. We would be up the turnpike from them if you want to be geographically correct.
No, they've no sign of tiredness here from Fresno.
Also looking for goal 19 on the season. Turn from the center pitch. Sprayed out wide at an angle, leaves it there right at the 18. Off of the deflection, bounces out to Paris G. Roughnecks fortunate there.
Yeah, a couple of defenders blocking the shots there.
That combination of Jamal Johnson there from mid and also Cheney has proven to be a difficult task so far here in the first 20 minutes of this match, Dave.
Yeah, they're certainly lively, and we say again, in behind them, of course, Juan Pablo Caffer is trying to get involved, fouled by Mirkovic, but you're right, and certainly, if you're Christian Cheney, you can't complain about the service, do you, can you?
Jamal Johnson actually leading the team in goals with 8. Juan Pablo Caffer with 7. Cheney has 4 himself. See there with his 34 shots coming in on tonight's match. Kaffa one more time. They'll play it short. Trying to catch the Roughnecks off guard. Serta easily. Long ball in service there from Serta has Gamble. Gamble had to stop, picks it up. Has Rivas with a run. Gamble, though, will go against the defender towards the byline. Does he save it in enough time? He does. Has help. Rivas now, corner of the 18. Looking. All the way back out to Vukovic. A turn. Cervania, the shot.
Well, Sylvania's dragged that one wide, but Brady Ballou, he just didn't realise just how much space he had, did he?
It looks like he's just imagined, as any player would in this situation, that someone should be breathing down your neck in the center of the park 25 yards out. But Cervania finding himself in lots of space right there and unfortunately dragging it wide. But hey, let's take a second to just talk about Fabian Serta recognizing Roni Argueta, switching off after that ball floating in the box and immediately finding Gamble. What a great little connection there. So I'm looking forward to seeing Gamble get forward more and you know, capitalizing on those moments of Fresno backlines on transition, switching off.
Cervania made his Roughneck debut back on May 19th on loan from FC Dallas. That was with San Antonio, or in San Antonio. This is his 7th appearance. FC Dallas Academy in 2015, member of that under-16 team that won the U.S. Soccer Development Academy National Championship. Seen Jesus Ferrara also on loan, who was a member of that team. Here's Kaffa. Simple touch there from Kaffa, just not enough. Munoz played it quite well.
Yeah, you'd say it was just about a yard too low, wasn't it? Allowed Munoz to foil the danger, but else it would have been a beautiful assist again over the top of the defense.
Barrera could not save that. It's also with the throw-in little flick there, looking for Gamble. Sent long. Tayu easily back to Fabian Serta. Munoz working with Diaz. Diaz now. Centrally for Mirkovic, has that one taken away from him. First touch fails Cheney. Roughnecks looking to take advantage of it. Morton. Oh, Paris G. Let's get Brady Ballou's thoughts on Paris.
What a scandalous effort, guys. Wow, Paris-Guy pulling out the tricks tonight, and I think he was watching that Liverpool-Manchester United game today. Seeing our man Shaqiri pulling one out for Liverpool in fine form in the late stages of that one. But good to see Paris, you know, looking for something that maybe the Fresno goalkeeper is not paying attention to.
It's a bit ambitious there from Paris at that distance.
I think scandalous was a good word. I really do. I stand by it.
Gareth Bale, of course, in the Champions League final. Sorry to bring that one up, my friend.
Already put it out of memory. Have no clue what you're speaking of.
It's good to see, though, isn't it? Scandalous is a good word, but it is good to see. And I guess, to be fair to him, he didn't have a lot else on, did he? So
here's some pressure. Rivas. Del Campo couldn't handle it. That ball at Rainish. He kind of bobbled it for just a second. Came away with it. But it was that press there from Rivas that was helping create that opportunity there for Tulsa.
Yeah, Diaz, you know, just too close to the keeper, wasn't he? He drove it in. It's one of those balls that can be very effective.
Physical play there between Cheney and Tayu.
Yeah, Tayu thought he was fouled, but what a great physical battle that one is.
Kaffa leaves a shot. Serta knocks it down in the header's back, but the assistance flag is up.
Well, Fabian Serta doing what he does best, and he leads the number of saves in the USL. It was 77 at the start of this game. Chalk up another couple today. That was a fine save again. Here it is. Good dummy from Kaffa, and there's Johnson, I think it was, with a shot, and a great save from Serta.
Flag was up, though, on Barrera. Another service from Fabian Serta that results in a throw-in now for the Roughnecks. Diaz tripped. He takes a tumble. Assistant there on top of it.
He's had a good 27 minutes, hasn't he, Diaz? He's quite a tricky player. Many of us, including me, I thought he'd be playing up top with Gamble in a more of a 4-4-2, but he's certainly doing well in the midfield, supporting Gamble. Tricky player, not afraid to run with the ball.
Referee has the wall set. I want to remind everyone, Supermercados Morelos is a proud sponsor of the Tulsa Roughnecks, official ticket sales location. You can purchase game tickets there. Sinin headed out. Still not out of danger yet. Finally, the long clearance. Martin Del Campo. Supermercado Morelos opening a new location here recently in town. Gamble saves, pulls it back, it's Rivas! Rainish with the save, denying the Roughnecks of goal 19 on the season.
Well, I think we'll see it in the replay in a minute. That is a fantastic save for Mr. Rainish. Take a bow, sir. This was a tremendous save. Here's Serta's long ball into the box. And this play develops here with the header down. And here's Gamble, pulls it back. And that is a great save because it came through the legs, I think, of Mr. Del Campo. Good goalkeeping at both ends.
Keeping us scoreless here in the 30th. Wayward ball there after he just made the great save. I'll remind everyone, the Roughnecks' next home match is August 8th. Black Gold Derby finale, plus Bark in the Park. Buck night along with dollar beers, sodas, and hot dogs.
That
Tremendous
really is
physical battle between those two.
That's just what I was going to say. What a battle that is. And neither one of them complaining. It's great to see. It really is.
Serta.
Had to time that perfectly. Again, a good ball through, and Cheney was bearing down on goal. Here we are again with Fresno on the attack.
Quick restart on the throw-in. That one would have come off of Munoz. Serta quick to identify that. Picks it out, has it. Wants to go now on the long throw. Has Diaz up near midfield. Rivas. Has Mirkovic. Miscommunication there and a turnover at midfield. And we've seen quick throws here recently from Fresno. You've got to be on top. It's a foul now. Roughnecks will try to start quickly on their own terms. Cervania. Gamble. Somehow Morton finds his way with it. There in the save one more time. off of an odd deflection.
That was really clever play from Michael Gamble there, slipping in Morton, who come up. Brady Ballou said earlier on in the commentary that we would see Vukovic and Morton pushing high up the field, and that's exactly what Morton did there.
Throw in here for Fresno. I'll remind everyone, the USL's official Twitter feed keeps you up to date with news, live game updates, and highlights from around the league 24/7. Follow at USL on Twitter. Hayden not finding much space there from the touchline with his bit of possession. Here's Gamble, leaves here for Diaz as Rivas now. Joaquin Rivas, left-footed ball. And they'll say that Rainish did get just a piece of it. Results in a corner now coming up for the Roughnecks, brought to you by Metro PS. It's a Metro PS corner kick. Metro PS wireless figured out. We'll see here on the replay. Here's Rivas with the left foot, Dave.
Rivas, top goal scorer with 8 goals for the Roughnecks, nearly making it 9. We've seen him do it before. Curl those just inside the post. That time just wide.
Kyle Rainish has been incredible here in this first half. Roughnecks will go short. Diaz. Uzi Tayu up in the box as well, and now a foul in favor of Fresno FC.
What a game of soccer this is. You know, end to end, both players, everybody going for it. I think probably the Roughnecks, I haven't seen this current stats, Pop, but I would say the Roughnecks have just edged in front with goal-scoring opportunities, but, 0-0 still about right, really. But you feel that there's goals in this game. Famous last words, of course.
34th minute. Looking to break the ice here at One Oak. Cheney. Has help there from Morton. Diaz with the firm tackle, bounces up immediately, and then a foul from behind. Roughnecks were on the break there. Fresno wants to slow things up just a little bit there, as they should. Mirkovic, long ball looking for Paris G. Paris gets one touch of it past the keeper. And then a strong tackle there from the keeper. Now another corner, and those two were tangled up there for a bit. Paris asking Kyle Rainish what exactly his issue was there. Rainish looks like the way that he's lying there on the ground, he's got his right hand there kind of over his chest, Dave. I don't know whether that's in the collarbone area or...
Well, I think
he's okay kind of holding on to his shoulder, but I think he's also trying to maybe sell a bit here.
I think so. And I don't want to label goalkeepers, but sometimes I think they go down here. Here's the replay. Paris G here will come in. Good hand from the keeper there. Okay, fair enough. There was a bit of a clash. Back to the live action.
Corner sent in off of the deflection. Opportunity there for Diaz. Not much on it. Cleared all the way back out to the center circle. That was another Metro PCS corner kick, by the way. Roughnecks springing to life. They've got to be careful, though, because Cheney and Johnson, now the flag is up. Caught Cheney in position here on the ball from Jamal Johnson.
Yeah, it's good defending, isn't it, when you foil the attack by just pushing up a little bit.
Green Country Chevy Dealers ball kids in attendance here tonight, holding one of the select match balls. Always great to have kids here at One Oak. Serta. Easily there for the goal keep. He'll play it short. Hey, if you want to win tickets to a USL game of your choice, you can show off how well that you know the league. Every single Tuesday morning in the USLsoccer.com's Pick'em contest to have the chance to be a winner. And this is an extremely dangerous portion of the pitch with Juan Pablo Caffa and Fresno FC.
Well, I think you can see Mirkovic there realizing just what he's done, because Brady Ballou, we've seen it here before. This one, how far out, Brady, are we, would you say, for Juan Pablo Caffa, just left of center here?
I'm going to guess a hefty 32 yards, but for Juan Pablo Caffa, you know, it might as well be on the 18-yard line. This is a spot that, yeah, Mirkovic he's kind of beating himself up over it, because we all know what Juan Pablo Caffa is capable of in these situations.
Mirkovic was also shown a yellow.
I want to say that's his 7th.
That is his 7th.
Yeah.
There's C. Caffa with 9 goals and 8 assists. I believe he had 4 here at ONEOK. Here he is one more time. The attempt there at Serta. Both hands just punches that out and over the touchline to the opposite side.
Yeah, I think Serta did pretty well. That's a difficult ball with a looping ball, and Fabian Serta does know Juan Pablo Caffa's free kicks pretty well. Does well here just to scoop it away.
Better to be safe than sorry. 38th minute, throw in. Barrera working with Morton. Curling ball in, and Serta has it. Uzi had to take that big frame and duck to allow Serta to come through. Still scoreless, a game that has been riddled with opportunities from each side. Felt like we've been on the precipice several times. Fortunate there is Serta as he comes out to challenge Christian Cheney.
Well, the USL stats are saying that the Roughnecks have had 3 goal-scoring opportunities on target to 1 of Fresno, but then shots we've had 15. Fresno leading that one by 8-7. So it's a great game, isn't it? I say again, it's a good game to watch.
Morton unable to save that one. I'll say this for the Roughnecks, it was a bit of a sketchy start. Have settled in quite well, have had several opportunities, and even going back to that match against Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, they lose that game 4-2. I still came away from that game feeling that Tulsa, by far, to me, it's one of those games that you have sometimes the score gets away from you. I was still impressed with their play at Colorado Springs last week, even with conceding 4. I thought personally they controlled the tempo of that game.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more. And sometimes it goes like that, doesn't it? You know, you concede 4 goals, you feel like you've been in the game, you end up losing 4-2, but it's going in the right direction for the Roughnecks under the new coach.
Hayden leaves for Caffa. Little curler there from Juan Pablo, knocked away from him, Vukovic. Paris G has Diaz. Switchfields finds Josh Morton. Bumped away. Opportunity here for Fresno. Caffa receives ball on his left foot. Tried to get it past Munoz, put both hands in the air and almost to concede that one to his teammates. Fresno could have afforded to be a tad bit more patient in that moment. Cervania. A sliding stop there from Ellis Hayden. Vukovic was looking for the perfect placement on that ball on the ground. Just could not fit it into that tight spot. Ellis Hayden, who was booked earlier this evening. Right-footed curler, 18-yard box. Munoz with the header to Vukovic. Now Cervania, who has acres of space in front of him, turns and looks. Little give and go there with Diaz. Has Paris G to the outside. Cervania, though, cutting back inside. Little drip ball there, finds Gamble. Gamble now with the opportunity, and the keeper out with the sliding save. And a corner now for the Roughnecks. Nice little probing ball, and Gamble found himself on it. And a corner here in the 43rd minute, and it's another Metro PCS wireless figured out corner for the Roughnecks, Dave.
Well, Gamble won't get too many better chances. That was a beautiful ball from Cervania there. Here's Gamble, just maybe that first touch, just took it a little bit too close to the keeper. Good goalkeeping from that man there, you can see in your shot. Corner to the Roughnecks.
Left-footed ball towards the back post, headed out of the box. Mirkovic will settle now. Somehow saved from the byline, and Joaquin Rivas would have been a difficult angle for Joaquin to finish that ball, but Diaz, all the credit there for his hustle to keep that one in.
Yeah, the tricky player, as I said earlier on the commentary there, did really well. Got right onto the white line there. Pulled in a good ball, just not enough for Rivas to get a good angle with his head to get it on frame.
It's also currently setting at 56% of the possession. We'll have a very short amount of stoppage time added, around 1 minute. By the way, Tulsa not only with the possession, Dave, but passing accuracy leading in that category, and has had more passes than what Fresno has had here this evening.
Yeah, it's, I mean, really in the last 3 or 4 minutes, we've seen probably the most passes put together from both teams. I don't quite know what the problem is. Fourth official just having to get involved here. I think it was just pulling the ball back there. But it's been a good game, hasn't it? And, you know, we've seen a lot of frantic stuff. We've seen some good calm play as well. There's a little dummy, but not good enough to beat Munoz.
Out wide, Munoz now to cut down the angle. Cheney. Kaffa. This hit there on the first opportunity from Juan Pablo. Still, though, Jamal Johnson, left-footed. And Morton fighting back. Creates a corner for Fresno here in the waning moments of the first half.
Yeah, good pressure again from the away side. And if you're the Roughnecks here, you do not want to concede right now, right as the 45 minutes are up, and we're going to see the fourth official.
1 minute. Barrera. What a lovely evening here at One Oak. Found the mark, and another miss-hit opportunity by Juan Pablo Kaffa. That ball came off the head of Ramon Martin del Campo. And Kaffa just swung and missed.
It was a brave header, actually, from the lad here, wasn't it? Back in there, and then there's Kaffa, and you don't see that too many times.
And he knew immediately, both hands to the face. So the homecoming has not been, I'm sure, what Juan Pablo Kaffa had imagined coming in, and that will do it for the first half. Scoreless here at One Oak in a end-to-end match with Fresno trying to remain unbeaten in the month of July. Coming off of a scoreless draw on Wednesday night against Oklahoma City. And 5 saves tonight by that man, Kyle Rainish. He has single-handedly been able to keep Fresno in this match here this evening with several fantastic saves here in the first half. We'll see what Michael Encian can come up with as far as adjustments in the halftime locker room. There's Fabian Serta, who has 2 saves of his own here this evening. And we'll see what Coach Encian has to say to his boys as they head into the locker room. We are scoreless here at One Oak. Jeremy Poplin and Dave Saunders with you. We'll take this time out and come back with our halftime show. That's coming up next.
It's Schreiber, and it's 1-0 Richmond.
That didn't come off very well. This ball headed in. Important save by McIntosh.
Fury going forward again. Here's a left foot drive with another shot.
Side across in front. Header is down and it's kicked away. Herrera, 2 great saves. Oh my gosh, 3.
And for Herrera, has some time and space. Lets it fly. That is sensational from Herrera.
Lots of traffic in there. Gets lost. Oh, how about Mizell? Wow.
Ward. Near post. Oh, what a finish by Charlie Ward.
And we'll take the shot, and Ferrigno, an important parry with his right hand.
Ramos Godoy cutting onto his right and strikes, and it goes in.
Go with the right foot, and he's stopped. Isley finding a Watson with a strike, and it's number 10 on the year. Chance here for Pittsburgh. Into Brad.
Oh, what a save again.
And it will be Salgado to strike, and he puts it in the back of the net.
Brian Obi working on fines. Obi, it's off the crossbar.
Moreno with the shot, and he beats McGuire.
Guillen, first time. Becker down low. And Goita down low as well with the save.
Lautrec sends some service in, taking off the chest by Greg, who strikes and scores. In on goal, Callie Brown off of his line. Frater denied by Brown.
Shot from distance. Tambakis with the paw, with the save.
Lopez on side, good ball. Chelo Guzman almost rolling in. San Antonio FC on top, 3-1.
Supermercados Morelos has the perfect ingredients for you to enjoy. T-bone steak as well as carne asada and specials every week to have an unforgettable time this season. Only with Supermercados Morelos.
Only excellence passion to serve you is our mission. Only with Morelos, the new tradition.
Stuff. When you don't want it, what do you do with it? Go to TulsaRefuse.org. There, you'll learn what to do with stuff you don't know what to do with. Just give us a click. TulsaRefuse.org. It's what you do when you don't know what to do with stuff.
Osage Casino Hotel is your premier venue for total entertainment. Whether it's date night, game night, guys night, or ladies night out, it's always your night. Make it unforgettable at Osage Casino Hotel in Skytook and Ponca City.
What defines you? Your pain, your illness, your injury. At Hillcrest, we see it a little differently. Your hope defines you. your strength, your willingness to fight no matter what the odds. Because we believe every life is worth fighting for.
Family pass downs are pretty dang good. It's a good feeling when they start getting responsible for things, and the vehicle's a big part of that.
I want to keep, stacking up the memories and the miles and the years and all the stories you can tell with Athena.
When it's time for your old Chevy truck to become their new Chevy truck, there's Truck Month. Get 18% of MSRP cash back on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT pickups when you finance with GM Financial. That's $9,000 on this Silverado. Plus, during Truck Month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
Your Roughnecks are back at One Oak Field on Wednesday, August 8th and Saturday, August 11th as they take on the Oklahoma City Energy and Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Wednesday, August 8th is Bark in the Park, Buck Night, and the finale of the Black Gold Derby. Bring your dog, enjoy $1 beer, soda, and hot dogs, courtesy of City of Tulsa, Save Our Streams, and City Vet Hospital. Saturday, August 11th is our back-to-school party with the first 1,000 fans receiving a Roughnecks team poster from TPSI. Kickoff is at 7:30 each night. Tickets are available at roughneckfc.com. Vamos, Tulsa!
Hope defines you. Your willingness to fight no matter what the odds. At Hillcrest, we believe every life is worth fighting.
All right, welcome back to halftime. Tulsa Roughnecks and Fresno FC scoreless here as you see the shot of downtown Tulsa. Welcome you back into the booth here. Jeremy Poplin and Dave Saunders with you. And Dave, what's been an action-packed game, back and forth. We even mentioned during the middle of commentary about how teams come in off of the Wednesday game like Fresno did in Oklahoma City, and at times it seems like that they might not have their legs completely out from underneath them, and that hasn't been the case at all. Fresno's come in here very energetic. Tulsa, it took them about 5 to 6 minutes to match, but once they did, they've got the lion's share of possession. They've been passing the ball beautifully. This might be the best that we've seen them collectively play in quite some time.
I agree totally with everything you've just said. There was no tired legs from Mr. Kaffer and co from Fresno, the Wednesday night meeting with down the turnpike, and then they've come out, they've taken the game to Tulsa, but then Tulsa got themselves back into it with good possession, good opportunities on goal, which we'll see in a minute, and it's a really good game, and I said to you off air, I think it's the best I've seen Tulsa play this season.
If you're Michael Incian right now, what could potentially you be looking at and talking to your team about, and maybe a few little things that you might want to change?
Well, I think Joachim Rivas, I think we'll see have one really good opportunity, but I think Fresno have done really well at tying him down in the midfield. So I would like to see him have more of a free role, get him a little bit more on the ball. But I've been impressed with Gamble. I think he would be saying, keep feeding Michael Gamble. And Diaz has done well with his trickery as well. And for goodness sake, keep it strong at the back and support your goalkeeper, Fabian Serda.
Let's take a look at the first half highlights from tonight with Fresno in town. And we'll start with Juan Pablo Caffa. Free kick early here, Dave, in this match.
Yeah, just had to curl it in there, and nothing doing on Serda's goal, but Caffa again can put the ball wherever he wants to, but then Vukovic can do the same for Tulsa, and that was a great ball in there. Great header, great save, and it was Josh Morton with the follow-up. Double effort from Josh there. Well played to him.
Caffa, though, wasn't done. Here's another long chance looking for Cheney. This one, Dave, off of the crossbar.
Well, wonderful ball from Caffa, wasn't it? A 40-yard ball, and Cheney did everything right. Hit it with his left foot, and Tulsa got lucky that it hit the crossbar and not the back of the net.
How did Brady Ballou refer to this one? As scandalous?
Scandalous effort. We've seen it a few times on the professional game across the world, but that was a long way out. To be fair to him, I mean, he takes it well here. Didn't have a lot else around him, to be fair. There's no other orange shirt in the shot there. So, you know, well played him. It's confidence, isn't it, Pop? Yeah, if you got the confidence, you must be playing well.
Here's a great dummy from Juan Pablo Caffa for another opportunity here for Fresno.
Yeah, and Serta did well. The only thing from Serta's point of view, he palmed it back in play, but the lad was offside on the follow-up. But Caffa again, great dummy, great first effort. Good pressure from Fresno.
Amazing here ball from Serta. The header here, this was Gamble. They kept it towards the byline, and Rivas just turned away by the keeper.
That was a tremendous save. It really was a tremendous save because it came through the legs of a defender.
Rivas one more time.
That's about as close as Rivas got. And there's Fabian Serta, who's had a couple of good saves, and he's in the late 70s now for his saves for USL. But Rivas with that curling effort, that's what I said to you. I think they want Rivas on the ball a little bit more from the Roughnecks' point of view.
5 saves from the Fresno keeper, 2 saves from Serta on the Tulsa side. This has been action-packed here in the first half. Incredible effort on both sides. One team coming in who's in 8th place in the West, you know, trying to fight and stay in that position to make the playoffs. And Tulsa just trying to fight their way up and being one of the teams that's been at the bottom of the table for the entire season here in the West. And right now, you really can't tell the difference between the two teams. That's the great job that Michael Incian has done here since taking over the Tulsa Roughnecks. All right, let's take another timeout. When we come back, we'll wrap up the halftime show next here. Scoreless draw between Tulsa and Fresno here at One Oak Field.
So Power Hours customers talk about their new thermostat.
The fact that you get a free thermostat, it's quite a perk.
Makes your house a smart home because of the Wi-Fi thermostat.
Can you get the app on my phone and I can adjust the thermostat as I need it?
Just pull out the phone, you can turn it to what you want it to, and whenever you walk in, the house is nice and cozy.
Right,
and,
exactly.
I mean, I love that feature.
See your program options and sign up today at psoklahoma.com/powerhours.
When you don't want it, what do you do with it? Go to TulsaRefuse.org. There, you'll learn what to do with stuff you don't know what to do with. Just give us a click. TulsaRefuse.org. It's what you do when you don't know what to do with stuff.
Osage Casino Hotel is your premier venue for total entertainment. Whether it's date night, game night, guys' night, or ladies' night out, it's always your night. Make it unforgettable at Osage Casino Hotel in Skytook and Ponca City.
Hope defines you. Your willingness to fight no matter what the odds. At Hillcrest, we believe.
At One Oak Field, there's Oily, keeping all the fans entertained here at One Oak Field. First 1,000 fans in attendance tonight. Got a nice scarf. Organization always doing a great job in giving back to the fans that are here. By the way, we do want to take just a few moments to wish congratulations on an incredible accomplishment, Dave Saunders, and this team was actually honored here at halftime. It was the TSC Hurricane Under-14 boys soccer team, EPNL, who won the U.S. Club Soccer Elite Premier League Championship this year, becoming the first team ever from Oklahoma to accomplish that. So congratulations to TSC Hurricane Under-14 boys, as you see Michael Incian making his way back out of the locker room.
Tremendous achievement, isn't it, when you can win anything nationally? That's a wonderful achievement. And, you know, we know here that Tulsa is a soccer city, well and truly. And those boys, you know, they're seeing the professional team here, but well done to them, the Under-14 TSC Hurricane team. Great achievement.
And bravo to the city of Tulsa as well. If you're watching on Cox YourView or even ESPN Plus, bravo to Tulsa because they finished in the top 10 overall for World Cup markets for television ratings. And that's been something that's not really a surprise to any of us here in this city. As Dave, you've seen Premier League games, especially some of the Manchester games, do incredible numbers here in Tulsa, and to see them now for the entirety of the World Cup be inside the top 10, bravo to everyone here in Tulsa for that. It's Fabian Serta, who now coming in tonight with his 2 saves, as you mentioned, 79, leads the league, and Kyle Rainish as well, former club at Atlanta United. What a job that he's done tonight to keep Fresno in this one here. Possession rate, 55% for Tulsa here in the first half. We had 3 corners for Tulsa. Distribution-wise, Tulsa with 192 passes to 151 for Fresno. Passing accuracy around 75%. On the attack, we had 10 shots from Tulsa, 12 from Fresno. Shots on target of the 12, 2 were on frame for Fresno, and 5 of the 10 for Tulsa. As we get set for the second half kickoff, I want to remind everyone that's watching, Case & Associates is your home for the Roughnecks players when they're not on the pitch. You can look to Case for all of your apartment needs, caseusa.com. That's the website. Roughnecks now taking the last few minutes to come together, and so is Fresno FC. This is the second game between these 2 sides. First one, of course, finishing in that 2-2 draw. Back and forth there in Fresno. Adam Smith, the head coach for Fresno. First coach, obviously, in their history.
Yeah, he's done a good job, hasn't he, Adam? And they're a side that he's put together, and, you know, they obviously are full of life and vitality going forward. They're strong defensively. You'd be a brave person to pick the outcome of this game, Pop, wouldn't you?
Adam grew up in the Everton FC Academy, Walsall FC, as well as where he spent a year playing professionally. I think the one noticeably different aspect with the Roughnecks is I think they have belief in each other. You know, that takes time to be able to develop that, but you know, for the first time, I think this season, especially over the last handful of matches that I've seen, they seem like that they trust and believe in each other.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. And I think, you know, out of that belief becomes, you know, the ability, the true ability, the potential is shown of people like Michael Gamble wearing the number 9 shirt, who I've always rated as a player, but we haven't quite seen the best of him in my humble opinion. And tonight we're seeing a good performance from him. So belief, confidence, all good things for the Roughnecks, and of course for Fresno as well in their season as well.
Got a tweet from Francisco Ugarte, who did recently leave the Roughnecks to go back home to be with his family in Chile. Said that he's watching tonight. I want to wish Francisco all the best.
Francisco, we love you very much, and Francisco's been teaching me German. He's a very talented man, speaks 3 languages, of course, and he's will be sorely missed, and we wish him all the best for the future.
There's a missed opportunity there. Mirkovic trying to link up with Gamble. That ball was behind Michael Gamble. Referee will now point in favor of Tulsa. It's Vukovic who's down. He's holding the side of his head there. Just a little knock.
Yeah, again, I don't think we've seen, okay, the lad was booked in the first half for a challenge, but I don't really think we've seen any malicious challenges tonight. It's been a good performance from all 22 players who are desperate to win this game.
Did you guys say that Francisco Ugarte speaks 3 languages? Because he has pretended all these years to not understand a word I'm saying. I've never had a full conversation with the guy. No, I wish Francisco Ugarte all the best, and what a great ambassador for the club. A man that we will all miss here in Tulsa.
There's a yellow card been shown there to Mr. Daly. For that challenge.
The Roughnecks in general have been pretty fortunate. I mean, and I'll speak to this for Brady. I mean, I think Brady's become, a great ambassador for the city and being a former player. Coffin, the time that he spent here, and also Francisco. There have been some really quality individuals that we've seen here in a Roughnecks kit since their debut in 2015. So Daly goes into the books. This is Diaz. We'll get Brady's thoughts on Isaac Diaz here in a moment.
Well, that was Juan Pablo Caffa there, defending brilliantly with that header there. Does it at both ends of the field.
See a tad bit more pressure now applied. I think Gamble can get there. Gamble's speedy, but he's not that speedy. Brady, some of your thoughts from what you've seen so far on Isaac Diaz?
Certainly been impressed, guys. Isaac is he's injected life into this Roughnecks lineup. I think it also helps that Isaac wasn't part of the first 10, 15 games of this season, so that hurt, that pain from the first 15 games or so, it really isn't in him. So he's playing with passion, he's playing with confidence, he's playing with spunk, and I think that's kind of transcending to the rest of the group.
Just a brief period there with Las Vegas here so far this season.
And what you haven't seen tonight from Mike Ensign's team are balls being lumped up to Michael Gamble, because I might add that Diaz is only 5'8" and Gamble's 5'7", so it shows you that they're trying to play the ball to feet and play, in my opinion, the game in the correct way.
Munoz gives it away. Johnson was first player there. Tayu, a little bit of trouble. Johnson, well, he was hopping mad after that attempt.
Well, I think hopping mad because he had more time than he thought, Pop. If we might see that on the replay, I think Mirkovic was the nearest player to him, and he was by no means within 2 or 3 yards of him. So I think he probably had slightly more time. But there he is, 8 goals this season. He's a decent player, is Jamal Johnson.
Tied with Joaquin Rivas for 13th in the league. Throwing here for Fresno. Referee is going to overrule and now point in favor of Tulsa. Jamal Johnson curling ball there, looking for Cheney. Too deep. Serta has it. We'll get an opportunity, Dave, maybe here before the second half is over. Got a nice little montage of some of the great saves from Fabian Serta so far this season. Maybe we'll get to see that. Harris G off the deflection.
Yes, there's been a few, hasn't there, this season? He's had to be at his best, Fabian Serta. Made a couple of good ones tonight, but as this man as well, which keeps us locked at 0-0.
I think what I've been impressed with Michael Gamble with tonight is his ability to come back and receive the ball. Seen that several times. Here he is one more time there on the throw.
Yeah, he's a hard worker, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been everywhere.
Yeah.
If you just watch his work rate off of the ball and watch his movement. Probably not the smartest thing for me to do, to not watch the ball, but watching Gamble. And that's a brilliant ball that's played in. Serta. That was Johnson out from that wing. They're trying to find one more time. Cheney shades of when we opened up here tonight, a run directly down the middle of the pitch for either Kaffa or Cheney.
Yeah, Cheney there, the outstretched leg. This is the ball across here, and he just misses it. But Serta kept his eye on the ball, and that's good goalkeeping.
Serta out one more time. Diaz cuts back to the inside. Cervania, known from FC Dallas. Diaz showing some confidence on the ball tonight. Gamble to Diaz, now Rivas. Oh, Morton just missed it.
But tremendous play in the build-up from the Roughnecks. And as you say, Diaz at the forefront of everything good there. It's a good balance to the midfield now with Cervania and Mirkovic doing the hard, you know, that sort of breaking up play work. And then you've got the likes of Rivas and Diaz and Parashi doing the other stuff.
It's like 90 seconds of triangles all the way through the center of the pitch and almost got to finish it off quickly to the opposite end.
Yeah, Jamal Johnson firing wildly over. I think that's gone into the bar behind the scoreboard there. But yeah, that was good intricate play from the Roughnecks. And again, you have to say we haven't seen too much of that this season. And so that was a good piece of play. And then Fresno coming right back at Tulsa. So it's a nip and tuck game, isn't it?
Throw in just down the way from Brady Ballou. The far touchline. Vukovic with the cross. Rivas.
Oh, he's
Flag
offside.
is up.
He's offside. Rivas felt he was nudged in the back, went down for a penalty, but it was offside. I think Brady Ballou, you know, correct decision, I think, wasn't it? He was offside.
From my angle, a tough decision, but if Joaquin's leaning, I think the referee's caught it, and certainly Joaquin Rivas is on the side of that referee closest to you guys, so making it difficult for the referee, but ultimately I think he's made the right decision.
Do you agree with me, Brady, that Rivas needs to be a little bit more on the ball if possible?
Yeah, I think we've seen Joaquin be instrumental in our attack this entire season with 8 goals. He's kind of been the leader of our focus group, right? He's a guy that you want on the mic. You want him on the ball. This is a guy that can create and can be dangerous, and we're seeing a lot of those goals come from a guy like Paris G, who's on the ball right now.
Johnson has an overlapping run. Likes to keep it centrally now.
Just wondering whether Coach Ensian will be looking to make a change in the next sort of 5 to 10 minutes. Maybe Eti Tavares will come on, or maybe, you know, Perez up front. Just a little change. But then, having said that, I'll sit on the other side of the fence and say maybe he wants to leave it here while it's 0-0.
Fresno went from Kaffa square and tried to leave that ball on a run there into the 18, unable to come away with anything. And then finally a clearance. Tulsa now trying to push out of their box. It was Gamble that went crashing into some signage there. He is up and continuing to hustle is Gamble.
Josh Morton's done well at right back tonight.
Has.
Steady game at the back, and he's had a couple of opportunities going forward with the headers in the first half. Been impressed with him.
Tavares is up. Offsides now. Easy call there. It was initially blocked from Serta. Then Johnson played to Cheney, who was standing blatantly offsides.
Yeah, I think just behind Brady Ballou, I think Brady, Etty, Tavares could be coming into the fray in the next few minutes, maybe.
Etty Tavares being put through his paces now by the staff of the Roughnecks. Looking fit, looking ready to go, ready to inject some life in the game.
Replays tonight brought to you by Harsco and Tankersley Food Service. HarscoJobs.com. You see there, Etty. Be a change of pace. Morton will watch this one sail out. Quickly with the throw in, finds Fabian Serta. Seems Fresno has done a better job, Dave, of really until that giveaway, maybe taking a little bit more time with the ball, slowing things down just a tad bit from kind of the errant pace that we saw in the first.
Yeah, it's exciting from the home side, isn't it, when they can do those little touches and get forward. But sometimes you're right. It's well, it's just a different in styles, isn't it? That Fresno have put their foot on the ball a little bit more, knocked it around just a little bit more. But contrast in styles.
There's Rainish, who has a long list of different clubs that he has played for. Drafted through 2007, Real Salt Lake. He's played for the Battery, the Cosmos, Chicago Fire, Red Bulls 2, Atlanta United, and now Fresno. 30 years of age, has had quite the career so far. And big saves here this evening. Diaz had that one knocked away from him by Barrera. Mirkovic, who's already been booked once here this evening. And we will have a sub now. First one of the night, and it will be Etty Tavares. Will be at the next opportunity. Barrera. Headed inside the box. Cheney with the quick turn. Not much on it. Fresno back in play quickly. Serta. Directly in front of Cheney. Serta wants to go long. Has Gamble. Gamble settles. Leaves here for Paris G. And now Tavares will make his way on.
And it's Mirkovic. I think that's sensible. Mirkovic has had a yellow card. He's just committed a foul. I think, you know, it's sensible play. He'll be disappointed, I'm sure, Mirkovic, because he loves to play every single minute. But I think it's sensible. We'll just see who goes alongside Savania in the centre of the midfield. Tavares seems to have gone wide on the left.
That seems his more natural position from what we've seen out of Etty so far.
I think it just means Savania will play a little bit deeper, and it'll still be the 4-1-4-1. Mikovic did well, does what he does best, breaks up the play.
See if they can create some space for Tavares. Serta comes out, that one's free. And Fresno has found themselves a goal here in the 63rd minute. The ice is broken. And Fresno is the first to strike.
Well, it's an untidy goal, but I'm telling you, it's a clever piece of play by that man in the middle of your shot with the captain's armband on again. It's Juan Pablo Café. You know, in a 0-0, he's created something that we said earlier on in the first half nobody else can see. And in the end, it's a scrappy goal, but a brilliant piece of skill from Juan Pablo Café. I think there was a defender's deflection in there. We'll get to see it in a few seconds' time, but the deadlock has been broken. And Fresno come into town. There it is. Look, that clever piece of play there has pretty much created the goal. Okay, there's a couple of deflections. In the end, I think it probably was an own goal, wasn't it?
We'll have to see on the reverse angle. No, Barrera was the last one, but did Cheney get any piece of that whatsoever there in the middle? We'll have
Difficult
to see,
wasn't it? But certainly, I'll say again, you know, Café's quick thinking created the goal, didn't it?
Yeah, it caught them off guard, and Barrera was off to the races. We'll see it one more time.
There's
Barrera,
the deflection.
Deflection there, and I don't think that Cheney got any piece of it. Rivas tried a little flick there inside the 18. Not much doing. They did officially call it an own goal.
I think that's correct call.
I think it was correct. It still, from our angle, it was hard to see on the reverse side whether Cheney got a piece of it. He did not, so it will be an own goal.
Goal scorers will always claim they got a touch, won't they? I'm sure Cheney will say, yeah, I got the last touch, but I think it was genuinely an own goal. An unlucky one for the Roughnecks to concede.
Boy, Uzi, I know the flag was up on the far touch, but Uzi with that last attempt there, thwarting that effort. And another opportunity. Cheney. Oh, driven ball. It just kept rising.
Well, Brady Ballou, if you're a goal scorer like Cheney, I have to say I think he should have scored, shouldn't he?
Cheney's very unlucky in this situation, but credit to Fabian Serta coming out off his line, and Uzi making a great little attempt at a tackle in a last-ditch situation, but Cheney's going to be disappointed with his finishing tonight. But there's still 25 minutes left in this one.
Hard-driven ball that the elevation kept going. Diaz. Incredible effort. Diaz actually had a little skip there behind Faywo. Keep himself in position, and assistance flag is up almost there near midfield. Caught Fresno. See what this does mentally now to the Roughnecks. No really need to change anything, the approach at all. See if they can get this man involved in some space. Here's Tavares. More confidence now on the ball. Rivas. Paris G, overlapping run there. Morton. Left-footed cross from Paris. Gamble will now chase this one down for the throw-in.
Good response from the Roughnecks since conceding the goal. As you say, Morton and Paris G combining well there. Paris G with the most assists for the Roughnecks, and that was a good left-footed ball into the box, but good defending from Fresno.
Off the deflection, straight up in the air. Cervania. Oh, Cervania. Paris leaves it there. They were looking for the offsides. The assistant flag is up. That was spotted quite early there from the assistant on the near side.
Wonderful move from the Roughnecks, but we'll see the assistant referee, of course, right in line. He's the man with the flag, and up goes the flag, and there's Sylvania's frustration. But it was a great move. Here's the replay. And if it's probably, looking at that, offside.
Yeah, it looked like from that last pass, Rivas was, about a foot off?
I would say so. And again, you know, a quality piece of officiating.
Which teams are hitting their top gears? The league comes down the stretch in the race for the 2018 USL Cup playoffs. You can find out every Monday evening with USLsoccer.com's power rankings that are released. This Fresno side has been climbing some of those rankings with the last month that they have had. Currently with the 1-0 lead off of the own goal. A header that's at Serta.
Again, a free header for Mr. Chesney there. And, you know, he, again, you know, no one else around him possibly should have scored there.
Sub now for the Fresno side. Frank Tayu, as we mentioned before, playing against his brother professionally for the first time. Finds his way onto the pitch here in the 70th minute. It is for Christian Cheney, who will exit.
Now, if you're playing against your brother, do you come on and have a few words in his ear? You know, he's going to go right up to him now. Do you say, you know, now you're in a game, my friend, you know, two brothers together. That must be, you know, they're both professional. Obviously, they'll both desperately want to win, but I'm sure they'll shake hands at the end of the game.
There was a great, you know, interview with both of them. I think it was from boardsandturf.com. Tweeted it earlier today, and they were talking about having to play against each other professionally for the first time, and they said this is nothing new. We've been battling against each other our entire lives.
Yeah, in the back garden, isn't it? Years and years and years ago. And he is, we've seen him, haven't we, for FC Wichita against the Roughnecks this season. And he is a quality striker, very big, physical striker.
2 goals in that Open Cup match against Tulsa.
Yeah.
Frank really no stranger to USL. Spent some time in San Antonio. It's a giveaway. Poor touch there from Cervania. Diaz trying to settle. Jamal Johnson. His attempt just to the left of the post, diving. Fabian Serta just wanted to make sure that that one was clear of the post.
We're about to see another Roughneck substitution. It's gone a little bit flat, and I think Coach Henson will just want a little bit more from his players now with 19 minutes to go of the 90.
Next match here at One Oak. Again, August 8th, Black and Gold Derby, the finale. Also Bark in the Park night. Buck night with dollar beer, soda, and hot dogs. So come on out and enjoy the evening.
Danny Barrera going off there. He's had a pretty good game in the Fresno shirt, number 15.
We'll have a Roughnecks FC sub coming up here in one moment. Towards the byline. Assistance flag finally up, and this is a corner now for the Roughnecks. It's a Metro PCS corner kick. Metro PCS wireless figured out.
Diaz has had a great debut, hasn't he? And still probing there, winning the corner for the Roughnecks. Here it is.
Rainish has it easily. Vukovic, who was trying to battle for position for that header. Weird ball off of the boot of Rainish, mishit. Fresno comes away with it. Jamal Johnson. Tayu. Kafa. Sidesteps to his left, leaves it. Back to Juan Pablo. Left-footed attempt. Serta had his right hand up in the air. It's too much there from Kafa. And now we'll see DJ Dean. This is his first professional contract, signed in early June. 19-year-old local product who came through the TSC Hurricane, played high school ball here at Tulsa Union. Made his professional debut June 23rd. Came on as a sub in the 81st minute in the loss there at Orange County. Back on the pitch here tonight for Joaquin Rivas. Isaac Diaz. And off of the deflection, it hit Diaz in the arm.
And just a word on Rivas. We know what a quality act he is. He had that one curling shot in the first half, but I think credit the opposition here, Fresno, who have dealt with him pretty well tonight and haven't allowed him the kind of space that he likes to play in. I think he's been suffocated of possession tonight. So I think well done to Fresno, and Rivas will bounce back, I'm sure. Hasten to add, he didn't do a lot wrong. He was wasn't given the space to play in. Now I think we're going to see King Kafa leaving the field here. And John Perez is getting warmed up over there.
You're right. Kafa's night will be done. Good amount of work for Kafa tonight. In our opinion, responsible for that Fresno goal, the lone goal.
Oh, yeah.
Quick play there on the set piece. Dean's first touch. Munoz. Tavares was holding his hand up, so was Morton. Jamal Johnson cut that one down. Easily picked out of the air by him. Diaz with Tavares. Now Diaz using that arm to create some space. Tavares trying to hustle, gets there in time, steps over, pulls it back. Here's Diaz, leaves it for Eti. Eti's ball cleared out of the box.
Wonderful play from those two. Diaz and Eti Tavares there. Lovely, intricate play. Wouldn't have played together an awful lot, so really good from those two.
Gamble. Oh, Gamble has created some space right at the front post. The keeper caught it and then stepped out. Ball was over the line too when he caught it. And it'll be a corner now for the Roughnecks.
Again, credit Michael Gamble there, did everything right, beat the defender twice and then put a curling ball in which the keeper caught and took over the line. Again, good officiating. Here's the corner.
Yeah, he tried to hold it and sell it and he couldn't do it. This is another Metro PCS corner. Metro PCS wireless figured out. Morton with a foul. Del Campo holding his back. Got a knock there.
Just an untidy challenge there from Josh Morton, but I think that'll be okay.
Just a lot of aggression there on Morton trying to get there, yeah. Roughnecks set to have another sub. Will be Perez coming up here in a few moments. We shall see who he replaces.
Does he keep Michael Gamble on and have two up top, or does he replace Gamble with Perez? That's the question I think Michael is going to be asking himself.
Fresno not done yet. Oh, there's Serta, who was able to spot that one from the moment. Saw that Jamal Johnson was going to make the diagonal run. Now here's the corner, or excuse me, throw in, and the sub coming on, and it will be Perez for Paris G.
Which kind of answers my question. I think that Gamble presumably will stay up front, and the Roughnecks will push two up top just to see if they can get something. Brady Ballou, would you agree with me on that we go, you know, the Roughnecks will be going two up top for the last 11 minutes?
Well, as it's happening, it looks like Gamble's actually falling into maybe that number 10 spot for the Roughnecks. But, I mean, as play unfolds, as these 15 minutes unfold, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Gamble creep up top more and more.
Dribbling all the way out of the 18, Vukovic. DJ Dean, the closest Roughneck player. Now they will force the keeper to pick this one up quickly on the outlet. If you want to get the key talking points from across the USL every week, all you got to do is tune in to Hat Trick with Kelsey Steele on Monday evenings at the USL's Instagram account to stay in the know on what's happening from around the league. Almost can sense the urgency now in the Roughnecks here in the last 2 minutes or so. Haven't called Ribiero's name much this evening. Of course, he had that fantastic goal in the first matchup between these two sides.
Yeah, he's had a quiet game, but what he's done has been okay, hasn't it? Little foul there.
Diaz just trying to get around the defender. Brady, you agree tactically with John Perez in this final 10-minute push here?
Absolutely. We need a target up, or the Roughnecks need a target up top, just something that can, someone that can knock down those chances to get guys around him to build off of. So when guys like Uzi Tia or Tayu are in those difficult situations, they kind of have a beacon up top to look for.
And that is what John Perez has been. Tavares, Morton as the option to the outside will keep it now. Trying to remain in control. Cervania. DJ Dean. Corner now for the Roughnecks. Try to go quickly here. It's a Metro PCS corner. Metro PCS wireless figured out. Munoz leaves it here for Morton. Exactly what Perez was brought in for there. Had his back to the goal, tried the quick turn. Gamble. Full head of steam from Gamble, and the foul. And this is the last place, if you're Fresno, that you want to see that foul. And a yellow issued as well. Goes to Jose Cuevas.
And step up Mr. Vukovic here with his trusty left foot. But Gamble there, who in my opinion has been one of the Roughnecks player of the match, getting up some speed there, was just caught and therefore getting the free kick.
So will it be a bit of magic here for the Roughnecks? Referee has the paces on the wall. Rainish. They're on the near post. The approach from Vukovic, deep breath. Plays off of the wall, off the rebound. And the deflection results in a corner.
Yeah, disappointing from Vukovic by his own standards. Would want to have cleared the wall there. But a flailing leg on the follow-up shot gives the Roughnecks a chance here with the corner.
Another Metro PCS corner, wireless figured out. How about the youngster, DJ Dean, taking the corners? Curling ball, a keeper tumbled to the ground. Tavares tracking it down to the opposite side and could not keep it in.
Just wondering whether if Tavares had left that, was it a defender's head or a touch from the keeper there?
It was a well-taken Metro PCS corner from DJ Dean.
Yeah, he's done well. He's come on and done well, the youngster.
Perez, and then fouled hard. Perez won that ball with sheer determination and the hard foul.
Yeah, that was Ellis Hayden, wasn't it? It was booked in the first half. It's got to be a little bit careful.
Into the 86th now. Vukovic trying to make up potentially for that last set piece. From the angle now, right in front of Brady Ballou. Vukovic curling, header from Perez. And just off frame.
It's one of those that you get something on it, but you're not quite got your eyes on the ball because there's so many players in front of you, and it glanced off his head just wide. But you always get one good opportunity, don't you, late on in the game when you're chasing the game. Was that the opportunity the Roughnecks needed, or will there be another clear-cut opportunity on the goal, on the Fresno goal?
Battle for that, and the referee is up calling a foul. Also wanted the quick start. It was Cervania that was running over to try to get that ball from Jamal Johnson. Referee put a stop to that rather quickly. Jose Lara has been busy this evening.
I think Fabian Soda wants to take this one. He's pushing his players forward and saying, come on, there's 3.5 minutes left. 1-0 down the home side.
DJ Dean splits the defenders, leaves it here. Isaac Diaz now has to track all the way back. He's trying to run behind Cuevas, and here is a foul now on the Roughnecks. Fresno, opportunity here to take some more time away as we were in the 88th. Dave, you can watch highlights from every game of the 2018 season and stay up to date with the news from across the USL. at the league's official Facebook page, facebook.com/USL Soccer. Tayu trying to take on several Roughnecks defenders. There's a shot. It was Ribeiro who had an opportunity there. We've seen, what, 3 or 4 of those just continue to climb over the top of the bar this evening for Fresno. Then he battles back and knocks Gamble off of the ball. So a good win here for Fresno FC to take some more time off of this clock. Back to the halfway line now. Just content, at least until then, with some possession. Tried to dump that one in. The own goal is the difference. Tulsa trying to find an equalizer late. Vukovic has Diaz. Isaac Diaz, the shot and the goal! Isaac Diaz has made things level at 1, and he's into the stands. Celebrating with fans. Coming over and giving a hug that looks like maybe one of his kids. Gave a big hug, and now he's also going to get a card for that celebration. But more importantly, has made things level at 1. And has reignited the crowd here at One Oak.
Well, take a bow, that young man. Not so much for the celebration, although you can feel the excitement for him, but what a quality finish this was across the keeper. A really great finish. 1-1 the score now. Here's the replay. Here's Vukovic, left-footed ball, and it finds the young man here, just steps inside the area there and hits a great shot across the keeper. Very difficult to save that for the keeper. 1-1. Well done, Isaac Diaz.
3 minutes of stoppage time added. It's the first career goal in uniform for the Roughnecks for Isaac Diaz. And watching that replay, Dave, you got to be, if you're a Fresno fan, a bit confused as to why the 2 defenders, one of them did not try to close down on him. They gave him loads of time. He took 3 extra touches. We'll see here. Well, that's the reverse angle of the shot. Not many keepers are going to get there, but had enough time to take those 3 extra touches to set himself up.
Brady Ballou, deserved equalizer for the Roughnecks.
90th minute, tired legs, absolute clinical finish by Isaac Diaz. Both teams putting in a shift tonight. It's just good to see both teams get on the board. And I mean, you give credit to both teams duking it out, putting it all on the line. We still got 3 minutes left.
Will that be the boost of energy that the home side needs? Still probing here down the far touchline. Bump there on Cervania, draws the foul. This be in the neighborhood of Vukovic one more time. Here's on the replay, Dave. Great ball from Vukovic. Watch this, 1 touch, 2, and then the third he hammers. 2 defenders within the area.
Through the legs of Del Campo in the end, wasn't it? Chance for the Roughnecks then to win it late on here.
Uzi Tayu up off the back line. Can get the big frame on it. Skips over the top. There was not a touch on that. Fresno, Frank Tayu. Jamal Johnson. Gamble played that one off of Frank. Perez holding up the defender. Fresno FC with a few giveaways here late. Continuing to give the Roughnecks opportunities. They call him on the dive, Dave?
I think they did, and maybe landed on the ball and handled the ball.
Did another giveaway. Oh, fantastic move. One-on-one for the keeper. Keeper comes out. Contact there. Points towards the goal kick. How about Michael Gamble?
Well, let's give first referee's going to bring it to an end. Quick comment from Brady. Was that a penalty at the end there, Brady Ballou?
Not so much a penalty in this situation, but kudos to Gamble, slicing and dicing between two defenders, and then ultimately making it look like maybe Daly or Del Campo. And well done to Rainish to put the fire out.
Yeah, seeing on the replay there, I don't think that there's much call for a penalty there. Dave, we'll let your trained referee eye if we can get another replay of it of guys back in. Now, Mirkovic is trying to push Tayu away. Tayu, who's upset about this. But after watching that first replay, I stand firmly with Brady Ballou. I don't think there's much call for it. Michael Encian looking at his watch. I think Encian might say that that was maybe a quick 3 minutes, but here, Dave, you can watch it here. Well, how about the hustle of Gamble, then the Meg.
No, I think that's a perfectly timed tackle by the goalkeeper, and okay, it was slightly untidy, but he had to make the challenge, and I think he made the challenge well, and I don't think it was a penalty. Slightly untidy end to the game, and it's a shame because it's been a great game, as Brady said a few minutes ago.
Fantastic match that we just had.
Brilliant.
The privilege of watching here at One Oak that ends level at 1. And the goal from Isaac Diaz on a great finish. Diaz, who scores here in the 90th, his first goal for the Roughnecks. He will also be named man of the match for the Roustabout. You see Fabian Serta coming over and giving a big hug there to Isaac as well. And what a goal to have happen in your first start at home, Dave, in the 90th minute. It does not get more dramatic than that.
It really doesn't. I mean, and the celebration up in the crowd with his family was fantastic as well. But yeah, I think it would have been rough on the Roughnecks if they had lost the game. Credit Fresno. They've come here and they've really taken the game early to the Roughnecks. But I think at the end of the day, I think most people would agree with me. Of course, it's disappointing if you're a Fresno fan and you concede late, having, got that goal, for half an hour leading the game. But I think at the end of the day, I think 1-1 is a very, very fair result in a great game. Take about every single one of those players, take about the coaches for those very important substitutions that they did as well.
You see Michael Encian, head coach of the Roughnecks, having a conversation here at this game. And laughter, and knows that that was a very professionally played game between two sides. Fresno, by the way, remains unbeaten here in the month of July. They move to 30 points. Tulsa goes to 13. In the 20th match played for them for the home side. And now Tulsa will get set for their next match here at home coming up on August 8th against the Oklahoma City Energy in the finale of the Black and Gold Derby. Well, Dave, some of your just general thoughts with this entire match that we saw here tonight. I think we saw almost a bit of everything that you can see.
And I think seeing it there with, you know, there are players from both sides just talking to each other. Juan Pablo Caffa is actually going over to the home fans, you know, which is Sporting as well. We have seen a bit of everything. We've seen the Caffa magic that we know we've seen here at One Oak, and he did it for Fresno tonight, creating the goal, albeit as an untidy goal. Then we've seen, you know, Isaac with the late equalizer there. And I say again, it was a great game of football at 0-0. It was a great game of football at 1-1. It's ended 1-1 now, which I think is absolutely fair. I think both coaches probably will sit down in a few minutes and say, okay, you know, we're glad to have got out of this one, both with a draw. Fresno, of course, will be slightly disappointed, you know, conceding that late equalizer. But, you know, from the Roughnecks' point of view, Coach Ensign is, you said it earlier on in commentary, it's confidence in its belief, and they played some really nice football at times, as did the opposition, and I think it's good for both teams here. Okay, they would have liked to have won the game. It's all square. It finishes 1-1.
Maybe one of the more complete matches that we've seen from the Roughnecks so far this season. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from this fantastic match here this evening. As you see, Mr. Diaz receiving the hard hat there for man of the match, and we'll start things off with Vukovic in the free kick. And this just narrowly missed there by Morton.
Yeah, Morton's first effort, saved by the keeper, and then his follow-up just didn't get enough purchase on it. But that was the best effort probably in the first half. Here's Caffa's long ball. He can pick out passes like that. And Cheney did everything right there, apart from hit the net. It was just too high, hit the bar.
Caffa can pick out passes like that in his sleep. Here's Paris G.
Yeah, here's Paris G doing what Gareth Bale did in the Champions League final, and a few others have tried, and he didn't have anything else on, to be fair to him, but confidence from the young lad.
Here's a great dummy there from Caffa as Johnson tried to sneak it in there on that post, but Serta had it covered.
Yeah, good dummy from Caffa there. And there's Serta's long ball. And this was an opportunity here. Gamble will pull the ball across it. This was an outstanding save, by the way, because it came through the legs of a defender.
Yeah, that was Rivas on to the second half. Here's Serta coming off of his line.
Serta performed well in the Tulsa goal. Has to do well here because that's brave goalkeeping, just missed by the attacker again.
Here's the own goal. And watch Caffa here, quickly he goes.
Yeah, Caffa catching the defence out, and to be fair, you know, okay, Fresno will take that goal, but it was the Caffa bit of magic that created that goal and that opportunity.
Here's an opportunity for Tulsa that gets flagged for offsides.
Yeah, Rivas was just offside there. Slovenia putting the ball in the net. There's the assistance flag up on the right-hand side of your screen.
Then we fast forward to the 90th minute here, where it's all Vukovic, and then Diaz with the incredible finish for his first goal in a Tulsa uniform.
Well, you said 1, 2, 3 touches, so the defender stood off him a little bit. In the end, goes through the legs of the defender, and cue the celebration from Diaz. But he played well, that young man. I thought him and Gamble did well, particularly up top. And there he is. There's the celebration. Of course, the referee has no choice, has to give him a yellow card, but he does get a big hug from his goalkeeper there, Fabian Serta. Well done to the young man.
Kisses to the daughter, and also kisses one in the back of the net for the Roughnecks to finish off here with Fresno FC even at 1. There he is, the man of the match, signing autographs here for the fans in attendance at One Oak Field. We'll be back at it August 8th with Oklahoma City Energy FC coming into town. It's the Black and Gold Derby. Also Bark in the Park night here again August 8th. I want to say thank you to Brady Ballou, our third member of the broadcast crew this evening. All of the production staff here at One Oak, to the cameramen, always giving us the best shots in all of the entire league. And, of course, you for watching on Cox YourView and also ESPN+. For my partner, Dave Saunders, I'm Jeremy Poplin saying have a great night from all of us here at One Oak Field.
100 years, Tulsa has trusted Hillcrest Medical Center. Decades of innovation, inspiration, and passion have positioned Hillcrest as a premier hospital in Tulsa. It takes more than just medicine to save a life. It takes courage, patience, and determination. Thank you for a century of trust and the privilege to serve you. Hillcrest Medical Center, serving Oklahoma for 100 years.
Osage Casino Hotel is your premier venue for total entertainment. Whether it's date night, game night, guys night, or ladies night out, it's always your night. Make it unforgettable at Osage Casino Hotel in Skytook and Ponca City.
Your Roughnecks are back at One Oak Field on Wednesday, August 8th and Saturday, August 11th as they take on the Oklahoma City Energy and Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Wednesday, August 8th is Bark in the Park, Buck Night, and the finale of the Black Gold Derby. Bring your dog, enjoy $1 beer, soda, and hot dogs, courtesy of City of Tulsa, Save Our Streams, and City Vet Hospital. Saturday, August 11th is our back-to-school party with the first 1,000 fans receiving a Roughnecks team poster from TPSI. Kickoff is at 7:30 each night. Tickets are available at roughneckfc.com. Vamos, Tulsa!
Stuff. When you don't want it, what do you do with it? Go to TulsaRefuse.org. There, you'll learn what to do with stuff you don't know what to do with. Just give us a click. TulsaRefuse.org. It's what you do when you don't know what to do with stuff.
Family pass downs are pretty dang good. It's a good feeling when they start getting responsible for things, and the vehicle's a big part of that.
I want to keep, stacking up the memories and the miles and the years and all the stories you can tell with Athena.
When it's time for your old Chevy truck to become their new Chevy truck, there's Truck Month. Get 18% of MSRP cash back on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT pickups when you finance with GM Financial. That's $9,000 on this Silverado. Plus, during Truck Month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.